I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. More deranged and vile posts from Donald Trump and the Trump world I want to share with you. We can't normalize this behavior ever as large media networks do. And so it's vital we look at it and call it out for what it is: deranged, fascist, traitorous, and frankly weird. This first one actually comes from Twitter and not Donald Trump's social media platform, but this is from what's called the MAGA War Room, which spreads information about Donald Trump's campaign. And they post this poll that says Trump crushes DeSantis in new poll. And this is a poll you'll see that Donald Trump relies on in other posts that he makes, and it shows Donald Trump up 69% to DeSantis at 24%. But when you look at who conducted this poll, just zoom in right there, it's conducted by someone named Cat Turd 2. And for those who don't know who Cat Turd 2 is, Cat Turd 2 is a Twitter account. It is a avatar of a cat. It is someone who calls himself a cat turd. And that is one of the main right-wing MAGA influencers and one of the most important voices in the modern day Republican movement is called Cat Turd. And that's the poll that they cite, the Cat Turd poll. Going now to Trump's post, he says, Ron DeSanctimonious is being crushed in the polls, all of them, referring to the Cat Turd poll. Many globalists are having second thoughts. Rhinos, Karl Rove, Pauline Ryan, and Jeb Low Energy Bush are beside themselves. They have rarely witnessed a cratering of this magnitude. Maybe they should have told Ron that trying to destroy Social Security and Medicare 3 times is not a good thing to do. Also, his record on the China virus, crime, and education is, despite his ever-spinning PR machine, abysmal. 71-17, anyone. And so here again, you have these kind of anti-Semitic tropes about the globalists. Again, if you're not within the Trump cult, you are known as a rhino, as he refers to Karl Rove and Jeb Bush. But here's the thing with Ron DeSantis. DeSantis just takes it. DeSantis helped create this cult, and so he can't attack the cult leader, so he just lets Donald Trump say these things about him each and every day. And the reality is, outside of the Cat Turd poll, which is ridiculous, but DeSantis is exposing himself for the complete feckless weakling that he is, and he always just goes wherever the wind blows. And in the case of Donald Trump attacking him because he doesn't want to offend the Trump cult that he is a part of, he just has to let Trump, talk about him every day and criticize him every day and make these statements about him every day. Next post by Donald Trump. Remember, the DOJ is running the local Manhattan DA's prosecution. They just don't want their, quote, fingerprints on it. They placed a top person in the office here. Donald Trump is spreading a conspiracy theory that the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, which is its own sovereign, independent prosecutorial office within the state of New York, is being run by the Department of Justice. Just complete and utter lies here. Going to the next post, Donald Trump writes, this is about a post from Town Hall, a right-wing propaganda outlet, where it talks about NATO responds to Putin's latest nuclear announcement. And Donald Trump then takes the right-wing propaganda and goes, here we go. Just as I predicted, now we're playing with the, quote, big stuff. The, quote, N-word is now being used front and center. The situation was caused by us. It's what happens when you have incompetent people running your government. All I can say to you right now is pray. So he speaks in these disgusting apocalyptic terms. He says that we, the United States, is to blame for Vladimir Putin's chaos, for Vladimir Putin's unlawful invasion of Ukraine. I just want you to think about what a traitor that he is to blame America and to support Vladimir Putin. You see it right here. And then Donald Trump refers to nuclear as the N-word because he is racist and wants to provide that type of additional kind of context for his cult followers and try to provoke those racist images for his cult followers. And then he goes, just as I predicted. It's not just as you predicted. You basically wanted to turn the United States into a satellite nation and make us subservient to Vladimir Putin. Your whole plan was to allow Vladimir Putin just to walk into Ukraine and to conquer and take the independent nation. To this day, when you've given speeches about what you would do if you were in charge, you would give Ukraine to Vladimir Putin. I mean, everything you do is in service of authoritarians like Putin and like Kim Jong-un. It is just completely and utterly embarrassing that the Republican Party of 2023 is now the MAGA Republican Party that is a cult of Donald Trump, which supports Vladimir Putin over the United States of America. And then you have right-wing propaganda TV like Fox and OAN and Newsmax that leans in to support Vladimir Putin. How the Republican Party has fallen to become a traitorous, treasonous party by supporting enemies is something that is really distressing, embarrassing, and frankly, very, very, very disgusting.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. Now, the last few years especially have been a wild ride, filled with my own personal self-realizations and growth. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. Now, I personally have benefited directly from therapy, allowing myself to talk through and work through experiences in my past that were unknowingly having a major impact on the way I go about my day-to-day. Therapy is an incredibly helpful tool for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. Now, over time, I've truly learned how to become the best version of myself. And look, therapy is for everyone, not just folks who may have experienced major traumas, because what you're going through, what you're working through, it matters, and never discount that. Now, if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapist at any time for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Meidas today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Meidas.
Of course, then Donald Trump wants to pair all of this apocalyptic language with the grift, donate money to him. He goes, they only hate me because I fight for you. Donate now. And it's a fundraising link for Donald Trump. His next post is, he goes, election interference through prosecutors is the new, quote, ballot stuffing for the Democrat Party. It's the Democratic Party first and foremost. And again, spreading conspiracy theories here, saying that ballot stuffing, what are you talking about, ballot stuffing? Like all of your conspiracies about the 2020 election, if you believe there was ballot stuffing or any illegal conduct, you had 70 lawsuits that you filed. You lost every one of them, including in front of judges you appointed, because you provided no evidence of this. And because you provided no evidence of this, you want to argue these conspiracy theories on social media. But when you had the opportunity to submit affidavits to the courts and show any of this, you failed to do it over and over again. And then saying election interference through prosecutors, you mean because you committed multiple crimes, January 6th related, Trump organization related, that now that you're being prosecuted because no person is above the law, that's what you're saying is election interference. I mean, completely, utterly despicable stuff here. And now his next post. Can you imagine? I am leading the opposition within the Republican Party by 30 plus, and by cat turd, and Biden by 6 plus. Just totally false. And everyone is waiting to hear from a local George Soros-backed DA. It's again tinged with anti-Semitism, who has watched violent crime in Manhattan soar to record highs. Again, this is completely false. Violent crimes is down in Manhattan, and violent crimes is at its peak in Republican-led states, Republican-led cities on a nationwide basis. It is a completely false narrative that they try to create, saying that violent crime is worse in Democratic run states. It's quite the opposite. The stats and the facts speak for themselves, and violent crime and crime in general is down significantly in Manhattan. It goes on to say, who has watched violent crime in Manhattan soar to record highs as to whether or not he is going to, quote, criminally indict me for no crime. It was a crime. Falsifying business records is a crime. Every prosecutor and the FEC who looked at it took a pass. I mean, this is just completely false. The first set of prosecutors who looked at it were pursuing this case. This grand jury that's by Alvin Bragg is part of an ongoing criminal investigation that had been taking place before previous prosecutors. No one's taken a pass. 1 year ago, and by the way, Bill Barr doesn't count. Bill Barr was your own stooge. 1 year ago, Alvin Bragg, said, no way, it's not true. Now he's looking at it again. He should prosecute Mark Pomerantz and Cohen. Again, here, Donald Trump. Everybody else should be prosecuted. Donald Trump. It's the judges who are lying. It's the prosecutors who are lying. It's the Democrats who are lying. All of the Republicans who are not part of my cult, they're all lying. They are rhinos, or what MAGA Republicans call them, uniparty Republicans or uniparty rhinos. And the only people who have all of the answers in MAGA world are Donald Trump, who lied about everything his entire career. Before he was in office, too, he bankrupted everything he touched. But he's the one who has all of the magical answers, and all of the people who actually have the facts and evidence and things that are documented. They don't know what they're talking about. To Donald Trump, all of that is a very secret cabal. All of it's a secret conspiracy. And meanwhile, the only person who has all the secret answers is the cult leader. Again, it is completely disgusting that this is who the MAGA Republican Party is, but this is what they become. They are the party of cat turd, and they look up to cat turd polls, and it is strange, but we got to call it out, because I don't know about you, but I refuse to be gaslit by any media network that tries to both sides the issues and position any of this as normal. This is something that needs to be called out each and every day, and that's what we're going to do here at the MeidasTouch Network. Thank you so much for watching. We just crossed 1 million subscribers. Thank you for your support in helping us cross the 1 million subscriber point. Check us out as well on patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Wherever you get your audio podcast, search MeidasTouch Podcast and subscribe for free. And now help us get to 2 million subscribers on YouTube. It's free to subscribe. So just click the button that says subscribe on our YouTube channel, and make sure you hit subscribe right now. Until next time, I'm Ben Meiselas.
The best part of waking up? MAGA Tears in my cup. Check out the new MAGA Tears mug, available now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com. It's 100% union made right here in the USA. I know I'm not tired of winning yet. How about you? Get yours today.